So is the Black Cauldron really the crowning achievement of failure? No. It's the crowning achievement of experimenting, or being an experimental film. Disney was experimenting. I praise them for being experimental. I think that they were more trying to figure out, what should we do for our next film? Because literally, just a few years away, The Great Mouse Detective, The Little Mermaid, Beauty and the Beast, The Lion King, the Disney Renaissance began in the late 80s onward. Are we having a renaissance now? I'm not sure. These Disney remakes are, getting a little tiresome at times. But no, okay. I had a chat with a friend of mine, and he and I looked at each other and said, if there had to be any other Disney remake, out of all the live-action remakes that have happened in the past almost 10 years, there has to be only one. That is Black Cauldron. Like, don't do okay, this one, I wouldn't mind seeing a shot-for-shot remake. But I want to make the characters, I hope the characters are interesting, I hope that the characters are not bland, and I hope that the characters are relatable. Keep the original plot. But who would play the Horned King after John Hurt's passing? That's the tough part, though. Not sure about Jeremy Irons. He's already a villain, right? There's just got to be one actor that's good enough to play the Horned King. We'll see. And anyways, this buddy of mine, he and I spent some time chatting about who should even direct the Black Cauldron if there was a live-action remake. And he and I agreed, Guillermo del Toro. Okay, come on. An undead army, and you see all those the Horned King and his minions, the castle, and come on. You can picture Guillermo del Toro filming this. I mean, I could, after watching his films The Shape of Water, Hellboy, Blade 2, Pan's Labyrinth. Basically, I've seen almost all his films, and he's fabulous at doing makeup. So I wouldn't be surprised if they choose Guillermo del Toro to direct The Black Cauldron for a live-action remake. How will I rate the original 1985 Black Cauldron? I will say it's... You know how Jeremy Jahns would say some films are better to watch when you're drunk? Well, I've got a new rating system. This film is better to watch if you're interested in experimental films. Now that, of course, is not a bad thing at all. It's more of, like, I like to watch it because, oh man, this is getting close. Excuse me. I like The Black Cauldron because it was an experimental film. It wasn't the best film by Disney, but it was a nice test. It wasn't a big hit with critics and the box office. It also wasn't a good hit with parents either, thinking, I mean, this was a very, very dark Disney film. Everybody was wondering if they should show their kids, their 5, 6, 7-year-old kids this. I mean, I remember seeing this when I was 10. I never felt disturbed by this at all. There were some scenes that I do remember clearly, not because I was disturbed by it, but I just remember thinking to myself, this isn't a Disney movie, this is something out of a DreamWorks movie or something out of the company. But overall, I think that The Black Cauldron is a good film to see, like, to educate yourself thinking, did Disney do all that good? This was the film that people say Disney had a real downside, or they really, really hit rock bottom. No, I don't think that Disney ever hit rock bottom. I think that it did have a hiccup, but it did, of course, have a triumphant build once The Great Mouse Detective and The Little Mermaid came out. From that point on, Disney was back on top, and they have been for 25 years. But now these live-action remakes are coming out, and I'm thinking maybe they hit a low point again. Well, who knows, really? Who knows what the future will bring?